Hey everyone, so welcome to this video. In this video I'll be showing you a tutorial for this bracelet, and if you did not notice, it's not a bracelet. I made it into a charm, but I will make it like longer this time. So yeah, so this is actually called the Amy bracelet. It's named after my friend. She was my best friend. So yeah. So let's get started. So the materials you'll be needing, first, you'll be needing a hook. I'll be using 2 of them because this one you need to flip around a lot. So I recommend using 2 hooks or a double-ended hook. Some bands, obviously. I will be using white for the border again. In place of these white pearl bands. These two colors, these two colors, I'll be using Sweet's Baby Blue Fairy and Pink Pearl in place of these gold mint bands and Egyptian Baby Pink for the center again. So yeah, and also you'll be needing a C-cup, and mine disappeared inside, but a C-cup or any type of closure. So yeah. So you're going to take a hook, one of the hooks maybe, and you're going to make a cap band. So I will be putting this right there so I can, put my bands and stuff into it, and blah, blah, blah. Let's get started. So you're going to make a cap band. Like I said, I can zoom in. Okay. And you're going to pull a band through the cap band and reclaim one of those sides and close. This is called a fishtail stitch. So you're going to pull a band through the first 2 bands and reclaim the last one. Sorry. And you're going to repeat this one more time. So you're going to pull it through the first 2 bands and reclaim the last one. And it should look like this on one side. So now you're going to flip it. This part is easy. You don't have to use like another hook or something. Oops, I didn't reclaim all of them. Make sure you reclaim all of them, and don't do what I did. Okay, so you're going to reclaim that cap band, and yeah, the other side of the cap band, and put through the first 2 bands, and you're going to reclaim the end and close. And you're going to do this one more time. So pull the first pull a band to the first 2 bands and close. So we just did the same process. Same process as we did on the other side. So yeah, there we go. I don't know why it's so dark. Okay, so now we're going to add a center band. It's these bands here. And we are going to pull it through the first 5 bands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 3 bands here and the next 2. So 5 bands. So now these 2 are pretty important right here. So we're going to skip them. And you're going to reclaim the last 3 and close. Then you're going to rearrange so these 2 will be on the outside. Well, these 3 I meant, because it's a trio. And yeah, so this is what it should look like. So now we're going to pull one of these, like the bands in the side here. I'll be using Pink Pearl for the first. So we're going to pull it through the first 4 bands and reclaim those 2 bands that are next to the hook. And we're going to like let go for a few seconds. And you're going to pull it through, well, like over, and make sure the Pink Pearl band does not go, like away. And you're going to reclaim all of these. And it just went out of order. So actually before it was like this. So it should actually look like this, but you're going to rearrange so these 2 will be on the outside because they will always be the border. So we're not done yet. So we're going to pull the band off, and we're going to slip this Pink Pearl over, and we're going to close. So it looks like that. So now we're going to add more border bands. So you're going to pull it through the first 3 bands and reclaim the last 2 bands right here. And you're going to close. Then you're going to pull the border band and pull it through the first 3 bands. Sorry, I got tongue-tied. And it should look like this. Oh, and also reclaim the end. So now you have 4 stitches here. So now you're going to flip it. I'll use my hook now. So you could just like do it like this. Yeah. Sorry if it looks so awkward. I'm just like looking at not on the camera. Okay. So now when you're flipped, it should look like this. And we're going to repeat the same exact step on the other side. So we're going to pull the other color that you use there, and going to pull it through the first 4 bands, pick up these 2 bands that are closest to your hook, and do that weird flip thing that we did on the other side. So make sure the pink pearl band does not go out of the way. So we're going to reclaim those 2 border bands and close. So now we're going to rearrange so these 2 bands will be on the outside. And we're going to take one of the outside bands, the most farthest one out, and you're going to pull it over and close. So now we will put another white band, and I don't know why, I just like, that sounds so weird. Anyways, so you're going to pull a border band through the first 3 bands and reclaim the last 2 and close. Then we're going to get another border band and pull it through the first 3 bands and close. So it should look like this. Oops. Okay. So now you should have 10 bands on your hook. Or 10 loops, I guess. Let me put the camera more so you can see. Okay. So now we are going to add another center band. So to do that, you're going to take your center band, obviously, and you're going to pull it through the first 6 bands. Sorry, it took me a moment to count them. Okay, so the first 6 bands, so that should include these 2 and the last 4. So now we're going to reclaim the last 4, skipping those 2 center bands, and close. And it got a bit twisted. So it should look like this. And now you're going to rearrange so these 4 bands should be on the outside. So these 2 center bands will stay like that. Ow, you just hurt my leg. Anyways, so we're going to put your next, like, these bands right here, and it got twisted. You can, like, rearrange them if you want, but I'll just do it by the way. Okay, whatever, I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. Anyways, so you're going to pull the Sweet's Baby Blue the Sweet's Baby Blue Fairy, or the next color, or the same color, whatever, and you're going to pull it through the first 5 bands this time. So you're going to reclaim the first 2 like you did before, and you're going to do the flippy stitch thing, and then we're not going to reclaim this one, but we're going to skip it and reclaim these 2 bands on the outside, and you're going to close. So that one will stay down there. And you're going to rearrange so these 2 will be on the outside. So it should look like that. Now you're going to take the farthest one off, and we're going to pull it over this band here and close. So like before, you still have 3 bands there. So you're going to pull a border band through the first 3 bands, reclaim the last 2, and do the same thing. So first 3 bands and reclaim the last one. So it looks like this. Now you're going to flip it. I'll be using my other hook again. Okay. So it looks like this, and you're going to do this exact same thing. So you're going to pull it through the first 5 bands, pick up the first 2 bands, do that flip thing, going to skip that white band and move on to the next two. Going to rearrange, so these two will be on the outside, and you're going to do that stitch thing or whatever to pull it over. And I don't know if I did this correctly. Wait, let me see if this, like this thing, I don't know if it went the other side or that side. Okay, I'll just go it like this. Maybe it's this side. Yeah, it should be this side. Okay, so it looks like this, and now you're going to pull a border band through the first three bands, so it should be all white or border colors, and you're going to put, you're going to reclaim it, the last two, and close. Now you're going to pull another band through the first three bands and close. Well, reclaim the last one and then close. And then you're back at this step. So like last time, you're going to add a center band. And, a center band, and you're going to pull it through the first 6 bands. Okay. And you're going to reclaim the last 4, like this. Then you're going to rearrange like before, and you should end up with these. So now I'm going to repeat that step throughout the bracelet. So yeah. So now I'm going to alternate, pull it, got out of order. Okay, and pull it through the first 5 bands. Oh, keeps getting out of order. Okay, as long as these 2 bands are like at the same spot, you're going to be okay. Okay, so now it's all arranged. And you're going to do that flip thing. And you're going to skip that band and move on to the next 2. Close. Rearrange, so these 2 will be on the outside. Then we're going to take this band off and then pull over, and voila. Now we're going to make the 2 borders, or 1 border actually, and use 2 bands, I meant. Pull it through the first 3, reclaim the last 2, and pull the second band through the first 3 and reclaim the last one. So it should look like that. So you just repeated this step you did on this stitch right there. So now we're going to flip. I like using my other hook, so I will do it off camera. Okay. So I'm back, so it looks like this. And you're going to repeat the same steps on the other side. So the first 2, go over. Ugh, it's not going over. Okay, there we go. Now it's going over. And you're going to skip that one and reclaim those 2. And rearrange. Nearly. Okay. Then you're going to do that. Sorry, I have no words right now. And you're going to pull a border band through the first 3 bands, reclaim the last 2, and you're going to pull another band through the first 3 bands and reclaim the last one. So if you want to end it, well, when you end it, you're going to pull a center band through the first 6 again, just like you're about to start over. So it won't be that tight. You can actually pull a band right now, but I suggest doing this instead. Okay, so if you're done, but this is obviously not done, but I'm just going to say that it's done. So we're going to take a band. You'll be using 3 bands for the closure. Okay, there we go. You can see 3 now. So we're going to take the first one and pull it through the first 5. So basically like half. Then you're going to flip it, but I'm too lazy to do that. So we're going to pull it through everything. Then reclaim these 2 bands, so that way I don't have to flip it. And then you're going to rearrange. So it's like basically halved by those 2. And we're going to pull a single band through the last 4 loops in Add a C Club. So that's how I end it, but I'm obviously not ending it. So that is how you make the Amy bracelet. So if you make it and post it on Instagram, please hashtag it TheLoomGalaxy and also hashtag Amy bracelet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is my first tutorial I ever made, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Bye, and thanks for watching.